What's up, guys? Just a short update video for y'all if you haven't already heard the fantastic news. We are gonna get officially 3 more seasons of American Horror Story. That's right, today FX, Ryan Murphy, everyone involved announced that they are going to give us season 11, season 12, and season 13, which really means that we're going to be watching American Horror Story until at least 2023, if not longer, if what they've said recently is anything to kind of go off. You know, Ryan Murphy talked about very recently that he thinks this show could go literally 20 seasons. Given everything that has gone into making it over the last decade, it's definitely possible. So one of the things that I have been talking about with you guys over the last couple of months, especially during 1984 and a little bit after that, is the idea that we were going to be hearing sometime at least before May of this year that we were going to get more seasons of American Horror Story. I even did videos talking about the possibility of doing some kind of bulk renewal deal where we were going to get maybe 2 seasons every couple of years, and they were just going to extend it as long as they possibly could, maybe before FX finally gets something that can match it in terms of ratings, and then also award caliber content, because American Horror Story is not only their biggest juggernaut of a television show in terms of viewership, but it also garners more awards than pretty much anything else that they have on their slate. But even in those videos, I even thought it was possible, given the deal with Netflix and Ryan Murphy's commitments over there, that they might have just given us 1 season at a time. You know, you're gonna get your season 11, you're gonna get your season 12, you're gonna get your season 13, but you're going to have to wait for it, and we're not just going to tell y'all up front that you're gonna have it for the next 4 years regardless. But as luck would have it, it seems like they are picking it up for 3 more years, so everybody celebrate. Like, it's actually really good news. I have so much fun watching this television show, and I know a lot of you guys who watch this channel also really enjoy it. And knowing that we have this much more time, not just with the old actors possibly coming back sometime in season 10 or 11, 12, 13, or maybe even beyond that, but given 1984 and what they did with some of the newer people and people who haven't really been there as long as someone like Sarah Paulson or Evan Peters, maybe even Jessica Lange if she decides to come back for season 10. Who knows? If you haven't watched The Politician, go see The Politician right now on Netflix, because obviously she's still working with Ryan Murphy and she wants to come back and work for him, at least in some capacity, and maybe that extends to American Horror Story. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But more than anything, I am much more excited of the idea that they have time now. They don't have to come back next season and give us some kind of grand finale reunion, everything gets tied up, all the stories connect, and everything type of season that we've been talking about over the last couple of months. They have multiple years to do that. They can do more standalone seasons like 1984, which I know, guys, if you saw my ranking video, not a lot of people agreed with me on this, but I just have to say 1984 as its own standalone condensed season, regardless of whether or not it was in some kind of alternate universe to the other 8 seasons of American Horror Story, I don't know, it just worked for me in a really awesome way, and I can't wait to see them do something like that again. But I guess finally, because I'm gonna try to keep this short, I want to say the reason I think we're seeing this right now, the reason we're getting 3 seasons in a bulk renewal, is because FX is coming out and saying they got nothing. They have absolutely nothing that can compete in this streaming, media-dominated culture that we're all living in right now. Just the model of television, the old school television concept has changed so drastically since American Horror Story premiered back in 2011 that they do not know how to approach the new landscape, and they're doing this in order to give themselves a little bit more time to figure out their streaming model, to understand whether or not all of their content's going to Hulu or Netflix or Prime or wherever it's going to go, both domestically and internationally. And they're trying to figure out whether or not they can give another show that's just as big, if not bigger, than American Horror Story. I know a lot of people who used to love this franchise have fallen off over the years because it isn't really delivering what it delivered in the beginning. I get that. But this is them trying to grasp at straws in terms of creative content and stuff people really wanted to watch. And if you think that they're beating a dead horse, I personally don't, because as I already said, American Horror Story 1984 was probably one of the better seasons that we've seen in years now. But if you are one of those people that does think that American Horror Story is getting a little bit long in the tooth and they're beating a dead horse, well, there is part of me that kind of agrees with you. Obviously, this is a show that can end at any time, but it's lucky enough to have a format and especially a fan base that is going to stick with it through thick and thin as it continues to go past a decade worth of content. You know, they did say a couple of here and there words. I'm not going to go over quotes or something. You guys don't care about that as much as anything else. Maybe we can cover them as much as everything gets talked about over the next couple weeks. Who's coming back, what's going to happen, what the story is going to be, everything related to that. Obviously, we're going to be discussing it on this channel, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content related to American Horror Story. But I just wanted to kind of take a minute to share my general excitement for more content. You know, it's not just season 10 anymore, guys. It's season 11, it's season 12, and season 13. Man, we're going to be watching the show, discussing it, and having a whole lot of fun building this community for years to come. And that's one of the best things about having a YouTube channel and being able to interact with so many people who are just as passionate and loving of a series that I kind of grew up with as you guys are. So I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. It's been real.